Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Again. Not a second behind. Hey. Eyes open wider than the crow on the wire. Playing stack high, fueled by the fire. Blueprints laid, no cracks in the seams. Future so sharp, it's cutting through dreams. Ply thick, thicker than syrup on the stove. Surviving in the jungle where the weak don't go. Vision prepared, got my mind on the grind. Every move calculated, not a second behind. Stacking up the wins while the world unaware. A king on the rise with my vision prepared. Chessboard moves, not a pawn in the game. Strategy cold like frost on the chain. Stockpiles lock, got the goods in the stash. Ready for the flood or the markets to crash. Tunnel vision sharper than a hawk on prey. Keep the wolves at bay, ain't no sheep in my way. Vision prepared, got my mind on the grind. Every move calculated, not a second behind. Stacking up the wins while the world unaware. A king on the rise with my vision prepared. Dark nights, brighter than a flare in the sky. Got the tools for the struggle, ain't afraid to try. When the world crumble, I'll still stand tall. Vision prepared, I'm prepared for it all. Vision prepared, got my mind on the grind. Every move calculated, not a second behind. Stacking up the wins while the world unaware. A king on the rise with my vision prepared. But not a second behind.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is MAYHEMIC Thursday. Skull. How's everybody doing today? Good to see everybody. Come on in, get settled, sit down, scoot over, be polite, put your feet up, get your favorite beverage, and we're going to talk some stuff tonight, folks, that, nobody's talking about. So we'll see what happens. Good to see everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Carolina Country Homestead. Good to see you. My Renaissance grandma, so good to see you. My man Scott Hummer's in the building, y'all. As always, Advert, so good to see you. PJ, how you doing? How's it going? Good to see everybody, because y'all are absolutely, without a doubt, awesome. As always, Blackbird here. My man, Rob in the garden. Good to see you, bruh. Sherry, good to see you. PJ, hi. How you doing? How's it going? Boone 22 is in the building. Kathy Williams, welcome. Good to see you. How are you? Hope you had a great day today. Thank you for joining us. Kiss off. Welcome in. Welcome in. My man, my personal moderator, the one, the only, Ghost Lincoln, a.k.a. the engineer. Good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great day today. Miss Jones Truth, so good to see you. Rabbit in the building. Good to see you as well. Awesome. Awesome. I'm laughing because I'm getting so Tuesday. Let me get this out the way. Tuesday is our live stream, our Christmas live stream. And I have been in contact with Tactical Santa. Okay, y'all? He is somewhere deep in the Amazon, and I had to go through a whole bunch of stuff to even get a message to him to see if he would be able to join us. And he's making his way back to the States, folks. He is making his way back to the States so that he can join us for our Christmas live. And who knows what else is going to happen. But you guys don't want to miss Turmoil Tuesdays Christmas live stream. Plain and simple. Teresa, good to see you. How are you? How you doing? Rabbit's in the building. So good to see you. Oh, look at that, y'all. Scott Hummer dropped 5 more memberships. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Happy Mac grabbed one. J Flow grabbed one. Yeah. Gulf Coast, Cajun Prepper. Good to see you, bruh. Yeah. Shade Tree Cook grabbed one. Yeah, Yardbirds is in the building, y'all. So good to see you. But yeah, Tactical Santa Claus is doing his thing. He's making his way back. I don't know his time zone, but he may have thought today was the day, and I informed him, nah, bro, you can relax. You got the weekend coming up. It's next Tuesday. So Tactical Santa Claus is doing his thing. Michigan Outpost, so good to see you. We Terry Homestead, welcome in. So good to see you. So y'all, massive power outages across the country. Yeah. Anybody heard of that today? Well, I did. And earlier today, Dread, good to see you. Dread said, just bought me a Predator 5000 inverter generator. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Power most of the house and very quiet. Stay strapped in more ways than one. You got that right, Dread, without a doubt. Yeah. Yes. Robert Bates, good to see you, my brother. Yeah, I guess. I'm not even sure if Bonesy is allowed out of the country. I do not know. He's MIA along with Walter Wilderness, but who knows what they're doing. Yeah. Little old Prepper, so good to see you. Yeah. Tell him, Yardbirds, don't make a left in Albuquerque, Santa. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Pastor of Reality, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you had an amazing day today. Blue Butterflies in the house. My man, Dan H., good to see you. Vet Prep, good to see you too. Gypsy, welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah. Miss Jones Truth said power outages are in 7 states, most in the north. Yes, indeed. So I was doing some research, and this is what I saw right here. This is the map that I saw earlier, and Colorado in yellow. And I hope y'all can still hear me. Yep, heavy flood, roof damage because of the flood and power lines down. This is Colorado right here. Ohio was on here because Ohio had 22,000 people without power. And Colorado was up in the high 80s, low 90s. And currently, let me see, make sure I can share this. Currently, here is the map. And you guys can monitor your power in your state or whatever. You can go to poweroutage.us. And based on what's going on. Yep. Tammy said, we're in a blizzard as we speak, VP, here in Minnesota. Wow. So Minnesota only has 455 current customers out of power. Let me see what I can do here and increase the size of this map. There we go. So Washington State, right here, 41,820 customers out. Colorado is down now to 25,000. They were in the high 80s. And of course, Ohio is down to 4,000. They were at 22,000 a couple hours ago. And here are the states. Tennessee has 14,000. Oregon, 35,000. Colorado, 25. Montana, 21. So they got floods and storms and everything coming through up there, which are absolutely diabolical. Yardbirds. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Tiger, good to see you. Welcome in. Michael Wolf, good to see you. Kiss off, how you doing? ND, so good to see you. Welcome in. I hope you had a great day as well. But the map is getting better, I'll say that. And you can go state by state. It'll tell you exactly what county and all those things that are going down. Um, Minnesota is having a blizzard, according to y'all in the chat, and all that good stuff. But we gotta be diligent on what we do. We gotta be diligent, y'all. You gotta have backup power. I don't care what it is. Today the high, the high here was 56 today. By the way, it got up to 56 degrees, and currently it's 54. The snow's melting, the water's running. Cajun Prepper said it hit 70 today. Yeah, and that's okay. But the cold is dropping. JD, good to see you. He said it's 50 here in Michigan. Yeah, yeah. But from what I understand, yeah, I keep getting these cryptic messages from the Amazon. Tactical Santa is I don't know if he's either lost or if his GPS is not working, but that's okay. He promised to be here by Tuesday. So y'all hope and pray that Tactical Santa Claus doesn't run into any mishaps on the way back to the great US of A. Roll 2IC, good to see you, bruh. Chance, how are you? So, backup power outages, and I still say, and it's on my bingo card, this country is going to see a major power outage. I still say that, and I'm going to stick to it. Yeah. Blue Butterfly said he is sneaking Tactical Santa Claus. Yeah, he may be, maybe, but that is a thing that we got to do. Backup power, especially for those that have life-saving medical equipment that has to run. Please have some sort of backup power. I don't care what it is. Gas generator, propane, dual fuel, solar, whatever it may be. Just have some way to be able to power your critical infrastructure. Please, folks, everybody. Professor, there he is, the one, the only, Mad Shad himself, Skull. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great day. Dredd said, just rewired my furnace to accept optional power. That's right. That's what you got to do, folks. And that is very right and smart, Dredd. Mine is the same. It can take alternate power and is good to go. Good to see you, Professor. I heard that Lorain County had a massive power outage across the county today while I was doing some afternoon homework on the power outages, and they seem to be calming down. So across the U.S. currently, there are 227,554 homes and or businesses without power. Yeah. She is Sunshine. So good to see you. Hope you had a great day. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. Exactly. I you see an empty spot right here because my Mega 2 is right over here on the floor, charging back up. So you guys, you got to do that. And I pulled out my Titan 3 and topped it off just to make sure that it's ready to go if it needs to go into the game so that it can say, "Coach, put me in." Yeah, yeah. Hope you're doing well, Tammy. Good to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Now, we all talk, generators and all that other stuff and other alternative power sources. What are your options and or plans for cooking if we have a long-term power outage? Yeah. L2, good to see you. Welcome in. OVP's in the house. Utah Mike, welcome in. Welcome in. Where I saw a comment and missed it. David Workman, welcome in. Good to see you. How are you? How are you? Hope you had a great day today, and thank you for joining us today. Teresa, if I didn't speak to you, hi, how are you? Welcome in. What are your alternative plans for cooking long-term power outages, folks? Exactly, Dan. Yep, got one of them. The 17-inch Blackstone that takes the Coleman canisters. Blue Butterfly says fire pit outside, wood stove cooking options. Yeah, yeah, yep. And those are the things that we got to talk about. Robert Bates, cooking. I have camp stoves in lots of propane bottles. Same here. Tons of them. Propane, butane, all that good stuff. I'm with you, Utah Mike. And same here. How do y'all plan on, let's talk about that, Mike. How do you plan on heating your house? For me personally, one option that we got a wood burning stove. And all we got to do is fill that thing up with wood and light it. Yep. That is one way to heat the house. We also have plenty generators. We can plug in space heaters. All that good stuff. Yep. David Workman. Right. Wood. Exactly. Exactly. Miss Jones Truth said, I got my Opus solar generator. There you go. Exactly. X NYCOG Prepper. So good to see you, my brother. Skull. He said, never fear. X is here. Ladies, that's okay, bro. You good, man. You good. Boone 22 says wood stove. Yep. Yep. Tuck said nothing long term except a parabolic mirror. Yeah, well, those work and those can work. Connie Corso, good to see you. He said gas stove. I will be cooking in the kitchen and it will heat the house. Exactly. And see, those are the things we got to think about. You could have one option that will cover multiple solutions. And that's the thing. Blue Butterfly, I think I'll go mooch somewhere. Do I smell bacon? Yeah. Ghost Lincoln said, heating my house, I'm going to burn the neighbor's couch, allegedly. Good Lord. Always one in the group, y'all. Yep, I'm with you, Rabbit. Same here. 5 acres of nothing but woods. Yeah, we'll be good for a good long time, for sure. Connie Corso, how are you? How are the pups? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. But these are the things we should be thinking about and actually walking through these plans. I'm not saying if, When there's that massive power outage, preferably it would be warmer weather. I'd rather be hot and try to cool down than to be cold and try to warm up. That's just my opinion. But these are the things we need to think about. What are we going to do? Yep. Shia Sunshine said if you have a gas burning stove, turn it on and boil some water. Yeah. Yep. Dan said lots of body heat. Absolutely. Okay, Shia Sunshine. Buddy heaters, space heaters, solar generators. Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Utah Mike said if natural gas flows, I'm covered. But if no natural gas, I go to propane. That's right. Exactly. And those are the things we got to do and or think of, um, and have the options. She is Sunshine said, I used to feel the same way until I dealt with my first Texas summer vision. I'd rather warm up. Yeah. Yep. But, they do. Space heaters take a lot of juice. They do. I think I did a video. I don't know if it's the Mega One, and I plugged in a space heater into it. It takes 1,500 watts, somewhere between 12 and 1,500. Ha! The professor speaking to Nightbot. Yeah. But the thing is, y'all, these are the things that we got to update. Tennessee is now added to the map. 20,000 customers in the great state. 20,359. Stewart County, 469. Davidson County, 7,487 people without homes, without power. Maury, 4,455. Sumner County, 2,525. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counties, 8 counties in Tennessee with people without power, for sure. So Tennessee, y'all were right who called it and claimed it. And I like this site because it updates the map real time, pretty phenomenal. And also South Dakota, just updated South Dakota. 15,758 homes without power. Down here, Custer County, 3,989 people affected. Lawrence County, 2,064. Meade County, 469. Fall River County, 5,940. Yeah. Pennington County, 8,845. So the map is interactive and it updates. And yeah, gotta do your homework, folks. Prep, practice, and all that good stuff. The professor is talking to Nightbot. Ghost Lincoln said, do your research. If we're going to run a space heater out of a solar generator, they pull at least 1,500 watts to 1,200. That's absolutely right. Absolutely right. Cajun Prepper said, wood grill, fire pit, camp stoves, camp oven, generators for heater, electric blankets, and space heater. Absolutely. Hi. What can I do you out of, son? You okay? What's the matter? You look sleepy. Why don't you come over here and lay down? Come on over here and lay down. Good job. And thank you. Yeah. Massive power outages. It's coming. It's coming. L2 said a king-size electric blanket will run for 10 plus hours on the Opus Mega 1. There you go. Sounds to me like L2 has tested that out. There you go. That's what you got to do, folks. There's nothing worse than having gear and not testing it to see what the results are before you actually need it. Again, we got to do it. Gotta do it. Bad Bobber, welcome in. Said, I have 720-pound propane tanks, 20-pound propane tanks for the BBG and 250-gallon propane tank for stovetop and propane-free standing. Stop it. Stop. You don't do that. That was rude, young man. We're not doing that, okay? All right. I still love you, but you have to wait, okay? Okay, good boy. Yeah, that's it. Freestanding fireplace. That's it. Make your plans, folks. Go through them, work them, and make sure everything. Yeah, got to do it. Little Lone Prepper, good evening. She said, I got 2 butane burners and lots of canisters for times when I can't cook outside. Yeah, I have cinder blocks and an over rack for a rocket stove. There you go. That's what you got to do, folks. What did I tell you? Okay. Does mom need to come get you? Hmm? Or are you just trying to get some dad time? You're okay. Quite all right, young man. Stop. Uh-huh. I hear the pitter patter of mama feet. I think he's in trouble. Yeah. Yeah. Dan said, I just need a spooning buddy or 2. Well, you got one, and there you go. But folks, those are the plans. Okay, Cole. I hope mom doesn't have to come in here. Ms. Drones Truth said, I have a gas stove and matches for when the electric igniter doesn't work and a lot of trees around the house. Oh, y'all. Ooh, ouch. And he just stepped on my foot, making his way over as the cup jingle jangles out of the way. Listen in for the magic pour. Not, you'll hear the magic twinkle. And the cup comes back hot and full. Thank you. You okay? You sleepy? Yeah, you had a busy day today. Yeah. I love you. Thank you for the coffee. You want to take your fur child with you. Say hi to everybody. Hola. The COO says hola to everybody. And everybody is speaking. PJ says, COO, good to see you. Good evening. Scott Hummer, she is sunshine. Everybody is speaking to the COO. She loves y'all. She's tired. She looks sleepy. She'll probably be asleep before. Matt Chad said, how you doing? Yeah. Prepper 101, good to see you. He said, happy Jamaican bobsled day, everyone. Yeah. But folks, the power outages are real. And I highly suggest to get your plans in place. That's right, Mountain Survival, como esta tardes. Yes, everybody. She loves y'all. She's sleepy. Jason, welcome in, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. And Carolina Country Homesteading said, I love the green wool blankets from the United States Marine Corps. And wool blankets, folks, are no joke. Even when they're wet, they will still keep you warm. See that stack right there in those plastic bags? Those are wool blankets. Yeah. Yep. Dread said, I dream and then have coffee. Dread, this cup's for you, Skull. Doesn't matter what's going on around the world, in the world, and to the world As long as there is a hot cup of coffee close by, life is good. Doesn't matter. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Chance, how are you? Eloa Ministries, welcome in. But folks, I'm gonna put this link in the chat just in case you may want to keep an eye out and do some monitoring of the power outages across the United States yourself. I just dropped it in the chat. And JD, by the way, happy birthday. Happy birthday to JD. Cousin Willie is coming with thee to see you and spend Christmas. Cousin Willie likes you. Skull, JD. Happy birthday, my brother. Mm-hmm. Yes. But Cajun Prepper said those wool blankets are non-existent on the market right now. Yeah. Yep, you're absolutely right, Cajun Prepper. If you can find them, buy as many as they have, folks. Buy as many as they have. But the poweroutage.com, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 states in the lower 48 are affected. Yeah. Uh-oh. X just bought Chance's book. Yeah. Bunker Basics. Yes, indeed. It's a good read, folks. I got a copy, gave away copies. You got to get this book if you can by our own in-house author, Chance Palatine himself. Yeah, yeah, Chance Palatine himself, our own in-house author. Yeah. Uh-oh, for the COO, no portable. I'll tell her, Ghost. Denata. Rescue, my brother. Good evening. I know you made it a great day because that was your decision, no matter what's going on. But God Prepper 101 said, "Vision, is that book on VHS?" I don't think so. It may be on Audible, but I don't think there's VHS. Yeah, for sure. Did I see Dawn come in? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. But yes, sir, always. That's good, Rescue. But folks, seriously, power outages are going to become common on a daily basis because we all know that these great states, the power companies, do not invest in upgrading the grid. That's why it's fragile, falling apart, and vulnerable to cyber attacks, terrorist attacks. You name the attack. If the wind blows too hard while they're standing in the bucket at a 30-degree angle on a Tuesday at 9:30 a.m., the grid can go down. Yeah. Greenleaf, good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Greenleaf said if you wash wool blankets, they get softer. There you go. There's your pro tip. JD said, can't wait for the concert from Vision at Bug Out Weekend. Y'all just keep, okay. Okay. That's all I can say is okay. But, with power outages, right now across the United States, there are 2,044 and 244,060 people, homes, residents, and or businesses without power right now. Yeah. And this, you can also break it down by utility company. And then it goes through and tells you what power companies have the most outages going on and all that good stuff. But I prefer to look at it by the state. My man, Fallen Skies Homestead and Preparedness channel. So good to see you, my brother. Still working. Hello to everyone. Don't work too hard, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family's doing well as well. Yeah, Vanessa, good to see you. Yeah. But it is so crazy that something so important as electricity, if the grid went down across the country at one time or within 24 hours, it would throw the country back to the 1700s. Within 6 months, 90% of the population would be dead. Y'all, it is absolutely imperative that you have multiple plans for backup power, heat, whatever it may be. Lady Smith, Skull, to you. Good to see you. How you doing? Everything good down there where you be at? Good to see you. And thank you for stopping in tonight. Utah Mike said Amazon has seems to have wool blankets. There you go, folks. If you want wool blankets, go get them from Amazon. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Dredd said he getting me started on converting your natural gas furnace to accept a generator. Yep. That's cool. That's cool. That's the way to do it. But it's imperative, y'all, that you have backup power plans for whatever reason, in case the when the grid goes down. It's going to happen. Yeah. It's going to happen. I don't know when. I don't know what. Lady Smith said having gales over here turning to snow later. Probably here too. We got a little bit of rain. They say it's going to get cold. Hopefully it doesn't turn to snow. I hope not. I hope not. Right. Yep. When. It's going to happen, y'all. It's going to. And the one person that you can say you did not know that from is me, because that is my number one concern, the power grid going down. And it's going to go down. The question is when. Yeah. Yeah. Dawn, good to see you. You know what, Dawn? Yep, a diesel heater in a camper. Dawn, I've got a diesel heater that is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm getting a second one, the upgraded model, and I love them. I love a diesel heater, y'all. I love it. But you got to come up with alternative plans for power, for heat. I had a good friend of mine that lives down in Florida that I helped out with some stuff. Hopefully, I'm going to have him come on a live stream of mine and talk about his situation of what happened and how he solved it. So hopefully he will be able to join me in 2026 for a live stream and talk about his encounter, his situation, and how he rectified the problem. Dredd said, "We got a meeting place or what? Meeting place for what? What are we meeting for?" Yeah, exactly, Mike. Yeah, I grew up with no cell phone, so yeah, I was out of school when cell phones came around. Yeah, yeah. But Yardbird said Vision's gear could power a small city, allegedly. Shh. Yardbirds, don't be giving away secrets now. Don't be giving away secrets. Allegedly. Yeah. Oh, when SHT? I say 2026 at the earliest. we're not through 2025 yet, but I'm with you, Dredd. I say sometime in 2026. And if things keep going the way that they're going, something could kick off before the end of the year. We got what, a week, 2 weeks, 2 weeks from today until January 1st. 2 weeks literally from today. Yeah, yeah. I know that's right, Vanessa. Right. Exactly. You never touched that phone. Yeah. High 50s here today and the 20s tomorrow. Slippery slope. Everything is wet from the melting. Same here, Dread. And we got the same weather. But folks, get your stuff in order. And I keep saying this over and over and over. Um, OVP, when the power goes out, I'll still be expected to be at work. I'm with you, but I don't know about that for myself because, yeah. Yes, we are, Tammy. We are BC before computers. Yes. I remember when Windows 95 first came out and beforehand, nothing but DOS. And I remember the floppy disk exchange and all that good stuff too. Yeah. Rabbit said they're never going to let it crash fast. It'll be a slow, drawn out destruction. Of course it will be. That way, it's like, the 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 frog being boiled. Yeah. Yep. Yardbird said last year we lost power uh, for 10 hours in the summer caused by a lightning strike on a relay station 20 miles away from my home. Yeah. And it's things like that, y'all, that anything could happen. Michelle, welcome in. Good to see you. We say, Jason, the Apple II. Yes, I remember good old DOS. Yeah. God's Blade, good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family is doing amazing. Faith, so good to see you, Faith. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Mike, yes, we are old. Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, Mike. Yeah. Don't let the good looks fool you, allegedly. Yeah, we are old, Mike. We are. And that's okay. We are the wisdom. Cajun said Vision solar kill shot in the next 12 to 18 months. Magnetic field is down 55%, and then you have all the evil players planning bad things. Of course they do. Yeah, and Atlas 876945G, whatever it is, don't know, don't care. Supposed to be loaded with 1,000,000 plus aliens. And from what I understand, aliens taste like bacon, so bring it. Bring it on. That's all I can say. Um, I'm not concerned. I'm really not. Um, tonight's live stream was going to be what don't we know? And after I thought about it, it's like what I don't know, I don't worry about. Yeah. So it had been a short live stream. South Dakota, 15,000 people without power in the state of South Dakota. Yeah. Tennessee, out of 3 million customers being tracked, 26,225 do not have power. Yeah. Mississippi, 8,000 people without power. Wow. That's right, Faith. Alien bacon. Yeah, absolutely. Allegedly, that's what I heard it tastes like. Exactly. Exactly, Cajun. It's a rock. Yeah, it's a rock. Yeah. Yep. Yardbird said, "You're only old when you've given up, and we haven't given up. Not yet." You're right, and I'll never give up. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. So I'm that guy. I will blow up the block And as long as my family is safe and out of the way to continue on, I'll blow up the whole block. What was that movie with Bruce Willis, Armageddon? Yeah, of course, without a doubt, without a doubt. But guys and ladies, I did a video or a live stream talking about solar is not the end all to be all. It's not. It's a tool in the toolbox. Will it fail? Of course it can. Is it efficient? Depends on how you do it. I am going, and I'm waiting for no rain so I can go out on an overcast day and make a video with solar panels and a generator and say, this is what you're going to get on an overcast day. And this is how your solar generator is going to behave. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Thank you, Lady Smith. I heard that from a guy, and I agree. Yeah. Yep. I just, that's right, Rabbit. Right. Tools always fail. That's why you have more than one. Absolutely. Yeah. And that's what we have to do. That's why we have more than one plan. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Jason said one of my smokers will fit an alien, no problem. Yep, definitely. Definitely. But on a serious tip, y'all, when I started seeing these power outages across the country, I was actually talking to Country Dreaming down in Texas because he said they're having internet outages all over the place and cell service outages. And we were talking back and forth, and we're actually working on something to test. I'm not going to blow the whistle on that just yet until we test it out and see if it works. But they were having issues, and he was calling me to see if I knew anything. I said, well, I'm seeing all these power outages across the country. And he was like, do you think it's the grid's going down? I said, the Northwest, they're having storms up there, and that's probably why Oregon has excuse me, 38,000 customers without power, in Washington, and all of that. But yeah, right, Dread, right, gas is going to run out. Absolutely. Yeah. When everything shuts down, how you going to get gas? I know how I'm going to get gas if need be, allegedly. But, those are the plans you have to put in place. But Country Dream and I were talking. I said, I don't think it's a hack, but, everything I'm seeing is due to bad weather. But then again, see, I'm that guy. So here's my question, and I think this goes back to something Yardbird said earlier. If HARP is in full effect in causing all these storms and power outages, does that mean the grid has been hacked? I'll let y'all ponder that. Yeah. 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 Does that mean it was hacked? Yeah. Boone said we have 50 to 80 mile an hour wind gusts. Yeah. In Western Washington, some area by Seattle got 15 inches of rain in one day. Yeah. And the grid is going to go down. Yeah. Yep. And it's just that's right, PJ. Absolutely. Yeah. We got to make sure, folks, that we have, at least plans in place. Do plans fail? Absolutely. That's why we have multiples. But keep an eye out in your area, in your state, in your neighboring states about power failures. Exactly, Rob in the garden. Right. Absolutely. My backup plans have backup plans. Same here. Right. PACE, primary, alternative, contingency, and emergency. PACE plan. Backup power has a PACE plan, and more coming. I got something else coming that I'm going to be dropping a video on that is very interesting, y'all. Couple of items, actually, but this one is really interesting. And I was talking with the engineer about it, and yeah, we're going to see what happens. Hi, you back? Did mom give you a lot of treats? Okay. Have a seat, and thank you. Sit down, Cole. What's your brother doing? Is your brother asleep? Okay. Apparently his brother's asleep. Wait till y'all see Titus. This dude is he I think he grows by the hour. He's getting so big. Yes. So big. That's right, Yardbirds. Plans may fail, and that's why you control what you can control. Your attitude and your ability to make adjustments on the fly. That's right. That's the only way we can do it. Yeah. Only way we can do it. Without a doubt. You got to have plans and be able to pivot on a dime and keep it moving, y'all. Yeah. Always. Always. Dan said it's a coal-powered treadmill generator. You know what? That would work. Between him and Titus, yeah. Rescue said for almost 4 years there was hardly any maintenance or any upgrades, so things are in rough shape to handle large storms. Be aware. You're absolutely right, Rescue. They haven't done nothing to the power grid, no upgrades. All they've been doing is putting band-aids on top of band-aids. Yeah. Yeah. Stormy. I'm up in Washington, Cascade Foothills. It's anything but a party up here. Thankful for our wood stove. Amen. And thank you for coming. We were talking about that. Yes. Our wood stove's lit. Even though it's 50 some degrees, our wood stove is lit. And I'm impressed with the COO. She couple mornings she came down and lit the fire in the wood stove. And I was like, look at you. You go, girl. You must watch Vision Preparedness on YouTube. And she looked at me and her exact words were, you're stupid. Gotta love that woman. Yeah. Dredd said, when the power goes out, do you think the world will be a better place? Well, that depends. Because when the power goes out, 6 months later, there's going to be a whole lot less people in the world. So I would say that could be a good thing. Dread, yeah, I'm with you. It's going to make folks go back to doing stuff manually, and it's going to slow down a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm honestly I'm okay with that. Although y'all wouldn't get to see my ugly face on the YouTube streets anymore. But oh, speaking of, JD, I'm still working on our small project, by the way, if you're still in the chat. I'm hoping to come up with something here shortly. By Christmas, JD. Yeah. Yeah, could be. Could be. But that's right, Dread. Hard times create strong men create good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times. Absolutely. I agree. You're absolutely correct. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's got high winds. Please, please, please be careful. Be safe. Stay safe. Batten down the hatches. Keep an eye on the weather, y'all. We've been having crazy weather this year. And I'm with Yardbirds. HARP is in full effect. Plain and simple. Since they've come out and actually said, yes, we can manipulate the weather and have been doing so. allegedly. Yeah, yeah. Pastor said power outages in Colorado, Washington, and Oregon. No wonder so many people from those states are moving to Arkansas. Absolutely, Pastor. Absolutely. Look, there it is right there. Colorado, Washington State, Oregon. Yeah. Oregon has 38,000 plus. Washington State has 34,000 plus. Montana, 20,000. Right. All these power outages going on up in here. And it's crazy. It's crazy. South Dakota went up to 15,000 now. Yeah. So, without a doubt, folks, please put together a plan. Eloah Ministry said these winds sound like a generator churning and then it stops and starts again. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. But, folks, keep an eye on the weather. That's just another thing to be situational aware about, especially for those of us in the winter area and it got warm and the water and the snow all melted and it's got runoff. And if it gets cold below freezing, it's going to freeze again and it's going to cause a mess. So be aware of that. Be aware of what you need to do and try to get it done in advance. Yes. Yep. Yep. But, those are the things we got to do to stay safe and to stay ahead of the curve. Isn't that right, bud? Hmm? So you're always ahead of the curve because you eat the curve. Yeah. But Tuesday, don't miss it. Turmoil Tuesday, y'all. It's our Christmas Turmoil Tuesday. Tactical Santa Claus is making his way across the Amazon to join us. And we got another special guest that's going to be joining us as well. And from what I understand, Tactical Santa Claus may be having a couple of his bears that pull his sled join us. We'll see, not sure. He said he recruited a couple new ones here in the U.S. to help him do his thing. So we'll see if that. X said if there's such a thing as weather manipulation, then they can use the weather against our grid. Absolutely. And that's why I was saying, if HARP is real and they create these storms against the grid, does that mean our electrical grid has been hacked? Connect them dots. Yeah, I'm with you, X. Yeah, I am with you. Yeah. Advert said allegedly she watches Vision Preparedness. She may. Allegedly. Who knows? She does her own thing and I ain't mad at her. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Dredd. I appreciate it, my brother. Yep, exactly. And that's the whole goal. Especially now. You can only teach people so many times how to filter water. Our number one prep is right here between our ears. Right here. This has to stay sharp and focused. And y'all know as well as I do, put in the chat, what is the number one rule of prepping? The number one rule. Yeah. The number one rule of prepping. Yes. We got to do it. It wasn't hacked. They updated it and put the back doors in it. Yeah. Right. Exactly. L2. There you go. Right. That's right, Teresa. Number one rule of prepping, don't die. Yeah. Yes. Stay alive. That's right, Psalms 146. Good to see you, sis. 2 is 1 and 1 is none. Yeah. And of course, I was waiting on this one from Ghost Lincoln. Don't put your mouth on it. Yeah. Yeah. Don't die. That's right. Faith said, have a plan. Yeah, don't put your mouth on it. No, never do that. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. We're all in this together. OVP said, rule number 1, don't run out of coffee. That would be 1A. First one is don't die, and then rule 1A, don't run out of coffee. I'm with you on that, my brother. Yes, absolutely. Paul J. Conroy Sr., good to see you, bro. But folks, I hope this got everybody at least thinking, because the grid is going to go down. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Exactly. And Dan said, be like Vision. I got a guy. I got a whole lot of guys. Yeah, I got a guy. Cardio, right, Pastor? You got to be able to get out and get it done. Yeah. Yeah, Canna John said, I know nothing. Yeah, right, Canna John. I hear you, bro. But folks, I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. I hope this made sense. I hope this got everybody thinking about at least one thing, because the grid is going to go down. We just don't know when, but it is going to go down. Miss Jones Truth said, I might get antsy and agitated without coffee. Don't cross me in my caffeine withdrawals. Tell him, Miss Jones. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Kiss Off. You have a great evening as well. Folks, you guys are absolutely amazing for joining me tonight on MAYHEMIC Thursday, because the world is full of mayhemacy, turmoilcy, mayhemicness, everything. The world's on fire, but we have to be the fire extinguisher. Yeah. And get things going in the right direction, which we will. Yeah, exactly, Michael Wolf. Yeah. But with that, folks, I want to thank everybody. I appreciate y'all. And remember this, keep on prepping, because your family depends on you, and it does depend on your life. God bless everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Stay safe, situational awareness, and stay strapped. And we will see you in the next video. Vision Preparedness. Good night, everybody, and stay safe. The time is now.